I have a lot of G-Shocks, and I've been looking for a kit of tools to repair or mod my G-Shocks on the road. And when I was at the store, I saw Klein Tools Precision Ratchet and Driver System, and I had to buy it. It just jumped right into the cart. $50. It was about $50, and all the tools and the bits come in this orange case, and it's modular. There's a whole bunch of other sets that each have cases, and they all interlock. It took a lot of self-control to only buy this one because I felt like I wanted to buy them all. They're all so cool. Looks like you can stack them all up and click them together, kind of like Milwaukee's system, but on a smaller scale. All right, and so Klein Tools is a brand for electricians, but it looks like they're ramping up their offerings, and it's not just for electricians. I mean, I bought it. I'm not a licensed electrician, but this set looks really cool. And like I said, I have a lot of G-Shocks, and you might be wondering, G-Shocks, they're indestructible. Why would you ever need to repair them? Well, this is the new Rangeman GPR H1000, and you can see that the bolts are coming out. These bolts hold in the band to the lugs, and they keep on coming out, okay? And so I kind of need a tool set to bring with me on the road. I have a big one at home, but it's kind of impractical for the road. Let me just show you all my G-Shocks, all right? I keep them in this toolbox right here, and some of them, you can take the straps off. Right, and I think there's a tool in the set that I could use to pop off the little pins. We got to see. All right, it's that one right there. All right, so we got to try that one out, but then we can try out all these other bits and see if it works in the all the screws and lugs, or the screws that hold in the lugs and all the bolts and everything. Let's open it up. All right, to open it up, let me get my Leatherman arc. It only costs $230, okay? But it has a Magna Cut steel blade, and this is like a cardboard surrounding a blister pack. So getting all of this off may be a challenge. We shall see. All right. There we go. All right. Seems pretty durable. I mean, despite being plastic, taking some brutal hits from my fist. All right, opening it up. Let's see. Oh, okay, so this latch is on a spring, so I have to be quick. I have to time it just right. There we go. All right. First thing I gotta take out is this ratcheting wrench. All right. It's a tiny little wrench. Let me adjust the lights. Help you guys see. All right. And it's pass-through. Okay. And I looked at the kits of all these other Klein sets, and there's a few other sizes. Oh, look, there's a little switch for on or off. All right. That's really handy. All right. And let me see what kind of tool we're going to use for this GPR H1000, and it looks like a hexagonal bit. Let's see if we have one in here. Oh, let me show you the list of all the bits. There's a whole bunch of them. There's a bunch of, I don't even know what they are. All right, because you have the Phillips head, the flathead, and I think that's Torx. So it comes with 2, 3, and 2, 4, and then it has the Torx with a dot in it, which I believe is a security bit, which is T5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 15. I've never seen this one before. Looks like some like alien symbol. So if an alien spacecraft crashes, you can help repair their spacecraft. I'm assuming this is some proprietary security bit that janitors use for for the dividers, the bathroom. I don't know. Hexagonal, which is what we're going to use. Triangle. Have a star, and then like Mega Phillips. So it's like Phillips, Super Saiyan Phillips. Yeah, SO, Super Saiyan Phillips. And then additional additional bits. So there's standard bits and then there's precision bits. And I've already established the fact, I think, in this commentary that I'm kind of stupid. So, I mean, I think that a lot of you gentlemen will know better what each of these are for. All right, but you have precision, and that looks like a security one for the janitors. All right, that one's for aliens. We can get it to focus. And this one's for janitors. My brother's a janitor. He would have to confirm that. And hexagonal, some other ones. All right. Magnets. All right, so we have some magnetism. So I'll test out this kit for other things too, because I want to see how strong that magnet is. Whether we can use this for set screws. Okay, a lot of set screws on the equipment I operate. But all right, so let me find the bit. I believe that this one is it. Nope. All right. I believe that this one is it. Yep. Okay, there we go. So put in here. You ready? And it just dropped right in. There's a magnet. I'm trying to tug on it. A little bit of force holding it in. And there's this ratchet. I don't know. But let me see if this fits. Yes, I'm snugging up that bolt. And it's a shame that these bolts keep on coming loose. It is really a shame. Because, you know, I wanted to like this watch because it has fitness features. And I found the fitness features to be helpful on the GBDH 2000. I lost a lot of weight. Went from like 300 down to like, got as low as like 250. I think I'm up closer to 260 now, kind of evened off. But these fitness features of the watch did help. They helped a lot more than I expected. And so I had a previous G-Shock fitness watch where I lost a lot of weight, but it wasn't like, didn't have all the mud resistant buttons. Okay. And so I had been wearing the Mudman, the GW 9500. All right. And it seemed like this Rangeman would be a combination of the Mudman and GBDH 2000, but unfortunately these bolts started coming out. Now I have to use a specialty tool to snug them up. I've already sent this back for warranty repair, so may have to send it back completely. Maybe ask for a refund or a replacement or something. But it's I don't like seeing the watch fall apart. It's a G-Shock, you know? And I think that the problem is that these screws go into plastic lugs, and the plastic that it's going into is just too soft. Like there really should be, like it should be metal going into metal. And someone might say, oh, just put, Loctite on there. Well, Loctite only works when you're screwing, threaded metal into a threaded metal, right? Like a bolt into a nut or into, some recess that's threaded, right? And this metal shoulder bolt, it goes into soft plastic, right? That's what I think is happening. And when I first discussed this problem, people accused me of abusing my watch. That's ridiculous. When have I ever abused a watch? All right. Oh, here's the Mudman. Let's see if this fits right here. Yeah, it does. Okay, so these screws in the corners of the Mudman are functional. So it holds on these clamps that keep the bezel on. All right. So these are functional screws, and so now I know I have a hexagonal bit if I need to mod this watch. Hopefully it doesn't break. The Mudman has really been battle proven for me. I've been wearing it for over a year. Super rugged. This is truly what a G-Shock watch is all about. It's not pretty, and it's not that comfortable. Okay, it needs to be broken in. I've gotten used to it, and I really like it. Okay, what I'm wearing right now, though. This is the Rangeman GW 9400, the first generation Rangeman. And you can see how this is the newest Rangeman. It has some fancy fitness functionality, but this is the old classic. These screws are decorative, all right? And that would require a flathead. There's nothing, these screws are they're just decoration, right? But let's say we did want to take them off, and this would be another case of wanting to mod your watch. So, by the way, on this Klein set, all these are labeled. There's labels here. and it's like imprinted into the plastic, all right? And so, just as an example, if we did want to mod this screw, we have this screwdriver to do that, all right? And, oh, it's turning. Well, I don't think there's any threads there, so I think it will turn. So, I mean, if you had OCD and you wanted all the threads or all these slots to be pointed like in a similar direction, you could use this, all right? This little screwdriver. And so this base on the screwdriver swivels, right? So you can like hold it against your hand as you do this, turn it, Klein tools, all right? And then there's another little handle here. And I guess you can hold it here too. This is all about precision, all right? These are all precision instruments, all right? And so that's pretty cool. Let me just show you a few more things in this set because I'm really excited for this set. Like I said, there's a whole bunch of them. Like some of them are locked up in a case. And this was in Odessa. This was in the Odessa Lowe's, which my brother, I think he called it like Home Depot for chicks. Yes, I went to Lowe's. I mean, someone might say, you know, men should just stick to Home Depot. Well, there are some tools in the Lowe's that I like. All right, watch this. So this little sliding securement, you can shut it, right? There's some reciprocating beveled edges here that hold in this locking mechanism. So that's pretty cool. Now right now I wish I had gotten just one other set just to show how they stack up. So you might have to wait for another video about that. I have to save up more money to buy the next set. This one was $50. The other ones cost more, and didn't want to go crazy spending money. But anyways, look at this. I guess this is the slotted one that I called the janitor's security bit, right? Because like I'm pretty sure that like the dividers in public restrooms have some special bit to turn them, right, for security purposes. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to imagine what type of event would unfold that you wouldn't want someone to like take down the dividers in a public restroom. But anyways, how do we get this in here? Because this is like the size of these bits are like regular sized hexagonal bits, right? That go into this little driver, and then I guess you need this adapter to get it down to the small size of this screwdriver. Nope, I was wrong. All right, my double-digit IQ is really showing. How do we get this bit into this driver? Anybody? These sockets are all this bigger hexagonal, and these are all the smaller bits. Is there a conversion of these two? I don't see it. Maybe it's really obvious and I'm missing it because I'm dumb. Does anybody see how I can put these bigger bits into this smaller screwdriver? Leave your answers below. This isn't live, so I actually won't be able to see it right now. Let me try and just look at all of them. All right. Well, we're going to be looking at all these bits. All right. Because this is like a big boy bit. You know, it's small, but for this set, it's a big boy bit. And all these are like especially small. Like these are really small. This must be what they mean by precision, right? They're tiny. And then these are just regular small, like that you'd get for, you know, the 11-in-1 screwdriver. It's the same size. And then you have some of these drivers, all right? So I still have not solved the mystery about whether I can use this. All right, I'm going to resort to pulling on stuff. Oh, all right. See? Like, when in doubt, just go back to being a meathead. Resort to your meathead instincts and just start yanking on stuff. I pulled this out. Oh, okay, so now I'm going to jam this in. Pulling out and jamming in. That's, you know, equipment. You just gotta kind of manhandle it until you get the desired outcome. Okay. All right. That was on the fly. All right. Now I'm really sorry for the focus. This camera has ruined so many videos. It's absolutely ridiculous. This camera is like meant for vloggers. Like all these Casey Neistat wannabe vloggers that love blurry backgrounds. I hate blurry backgrounds. I would rather have everything in focus, so I'm not sitting here holding my hand so that the camera focus, right? I gotta dump this camera. I gotta sell it, you know. Anyways, all right, we figured that out on the fly. So I've proved to everybody that despite being stupid, I'm not like totally stupid, I guess. So what I was wondering when I saw this in the store is whether this can be used to pop the pins off of a watch. And I don't want to try it on one of my nice watches. I want to try it on a watch that I've already damaged through trying to take the pins off. And it is a, let me find it. It is a regular Casio watch. It should be in here. Maybe I'll just use this one. But like I have trouble getting these pins off and on. All right, let's let this focus. All right, so I'm just using this to get in there. And will it work? It should work. Did I get it to work? Yeah, I got it to work. All right. It may not be the most elegant solution, all right? And let me see if I damaged this band anymore. I'm using a band that's already broken, so if I bungle this up, it's like not a huge loss, right? Although this watch is just a regular Casio. Look how much damage this thing took. I wore this in the oil field. No bezel. It's like it has a Dickens scratched out of it. The band broke. It was after this one broke, I decided that I should explore G-Shocks again. Because, you know, in my youth, G-Shocks never fit. But I decided to try again, and I got the regular square. After this broke, my first G-Shock purchase was the GW5610. Didn't really fit, right? And I was like, my son's wearing now. Philip owns that one. And my second G-Shock purchase was the King, the GXW56BB. Mega long band. It did fit. And so this is really what began my G-Shock journey, which now, look at all these. A whole bunch of them. And there's even more at home, right? These are just a few that I bring with me. All right, and you already saw this Rangeman. All right, we got to look at these Rangeman screws too. I guess we can use the precision bits on those. But let me jump back to, we were discussing this fork-looking one, which I said is a janitor's bit, meaning that it's used on the dividers in public restrooms, right? And that is unconfirmed. I don't know, all right? But I saw that it looks like a fork, so I explored whether I could remove a watch band, and I did. I don't know if it's advisable. I don't know if I may have, like, dinged up the plastic. May have dinged up the plastic, all right? Let me see if I can put it back. Let me see if I can put it back. You know what? All right. You guys are going to see that my low manual dexterity is like in proportion to my low IQ. All right. So will this work? All right, I have trouble doing this. I don't think that anybody wants to watch me do it. Maybe some people want to watch me do it. All right. For them, okay, look, I did it. You guys watched me do it. Nice. All right. Again, it worked. I don't know if it was advisable to use this for the purpose I am using it, which is to operate these little spring-loaded pins that always pop on me. It's what I hate about watches. Do you know how many Casio calculator watches I've bought in my life that, you know, wearing it to work because, like, you know, we're having a little calculator would be useful, and the pins always pop out, and I've lost so many Casio calculator watches to the dirt of the West Texas oil field, and I don't even notice that they're missing till I'm wondering what time it is, and I look at my wrist. That's the problem with pins. Pins always pop, and that's why I don't like them. Now G-Shocks, look at this range man, or excuse me, the mud man. These are not pins. These are full-fledged bolts. And I think that these plastic wings help secure these bolts better than how they were secured on the GPR H1000. Okay. And so the next step is to see, we're going to put a precision bit back on there. And this, I'm not sure that that's holding in the lug. This lug system on the Rangeman GW9400, it is, I think it's a little bit different than any other watch, right? Even though the dimensions on the underside of the watch are similar to the King, and I think the King is the same way. I do not believe that those screws actually hold the band on. I think that those screws just hold on the bezel on the King and the Rangeman, but I'm not sure. I only know this from watching, is it G-Shock? G-Shock? There's a channel, sorry, I forgot the name. And the gentleman disassembles Casio G-Shocks, right? But anyways, we want to know if we have a precision bit that will fit there, right? So we're looking for a tiny Phillips head, all right? And I would try, so we have aught, double aught, and triple aught, right? And I think that it might just be a single aught. All right. All right, let it focus so that you can see. Yes, I was correct. I was correct. Now we don't have the precision bit driver loaded up into our handle, right? But it does fit. So if I did want to remove this, I could. Now what if I wanted to like torque it down with a ratchet? Well, that is something really stupid that I would do, isn't it? So how would we get this into there? Well, I'm going to assume that we put this into there like this. And I don't know for sure. I may have to get back to you about how to do that. Oh no, here we go. Okay. Yep, see, it's labeled. And again, really sorry for the performance of this Sony camera. But yeah, it's labeled. This is labeled. Okay, so did you guys see how I put it in? Alright, now that's in focus. Let me show you. So I put it through what looks like is the back side of this little ratchet. Alright. Alright, it's the top of the hour. All the watches are beeping. Do you guys hear that? So let's just pretend that I was going to over torque this with a ratchet. Could I? And the answer is yes. Like right now it's ratcheting. So actually I'm removing it. Let me just remove it a little bit. How about that? Alright. Feel free to tell me if I'm doing anything wrong, because as you can tell, this is all new to me. And look at that switch. Let me switch it. There you go. Switch to the other side. So now I'm going to retighten that. And I guess you gotta, oh, alright, pop it in tighter. That's the problem. I didn't have it really popped in. No, now it's popped out. I might be doing something wrong. So let me get it to ratchet. It's really snugged up. I'm going to put like 100 foot-pounds on it. Is there a torque wrench here? Alright. Alright. Okay, so there you go. So you see the set. You see how cool the set is. Alright. You know, I'll just leave a link to it for if you want to buy it at Amazon. Like I said, I bought this set at what they call Home Depot for chicks. You know, Lowe's. Which I do go in there. Right? And this like really jumped out at me. It's one of those things that like I was like, oh, I gotta buy them all, you know. But I use a lot of self-control because I don't want to be one of those consumers consuming products mindlessly. Oh, and there's a ruler back here in inches. And I have a feeling that a lot of these sets might be more like inches and fractions, right? just because of the whole electrical system being as old as it is, like there's a lot of archaic ways to, all the bits and everything, or all the screws being all, regular numbers, inches, not metric. Okay. But it's called mod box. Right. And so, do they have like metric driver sets? Probably. I don't know that for sure. Okay, so I don't want to say one way or the other, but it could be possible that a lot of sets don't. Like this set is I think that all this is inches, right? And that's from the case saying, so all of the hexagonal sockets are listed here. They're all inches, right? Fractions of an inch. Going from 3/8 to 3/22 of an inch. Wow. All right. That's this one. Did you ever wonder what 3/22 of an inch driver looks like? Well, there you go. All right. Bookmark this for, future viewing. But I think that some of the actual ratcheting sets have the metric. All right. So I'd be interested to see what Philip Lahell thinks of this. I don't know if you guys have ever clicked through to his channel. He's a G-Shock watch wearer. I think he pretty much batted for the cycle with the Mudmasters. I think that he's got a whole bunch of Mudmasters. And so he'll chime in the comments a lot. Click through to his channel. He reviews tools, and he's in Europe, right? So I like watching because I secretly admire like high quality European tools, Like, I like Bosch tools, and they never caught on in the United States. I like the Bosch 12 volt. I bought into the Bosch 12 volt back when they called it 11.8 volt, which, is German. They're honest. They're like, it's 11.8 volts. Well, in America, we round up, right? We kind of exaggerate the power. So when Milwaukee came out with the exact same platform, they called it 12 volts, right? And, by the way, this is a G-Shock with some Milwaukee accents. What do you guys think of that? But anyways, Philip Lahell has like a bunch of really nice European tools. If you guys are interested to see what they have over there, there's one brand, Wera. I know I might be mispronouncing it. They might say Vera, Wera. There's like this driver set, like a socket set. I think it's called it's not called xylophone. It begins with a Z. But it looks really cool. It's like German design. In German design, like this is from Lendleser, right? Which is a German company. I don't think this isn't made in Germany, but they say it's designed in Germany. It's like this it's like well designed, and you look at it and you think, oh, it's like plastic, but no, it's like actually durable. This is the Lendleser W7R, right? And so a lot of the European tools are like really nice, more expensive. Like I think that the most outrageous, expensive tool brand is Festool, right? And but it's all well designed. Like a lot of that stuff is well designed. And Klein, I think that they're an American company, right? And I like buying made in America stuff. And I know that Klein does sell made in America stuff. I'm not sure if this set is. It says Klein Tools, Mansfield, Texas. All right, so they're a Texas company on top of that. And I don't know where if it says where all this is made, but made in Taiwan. All right. Guess what else is made in Taiwan? This G-Shock. Right? So, pretty interesting. Anyways, this set really jumped out at me, and I want to buy some more because you can see how they all click together. These little boxes click together. In general, I don't like having the boxes. Like I'd rather throw everything into a bag, kind of like I threw my G-Shocks. When it comes to the bigger tools, like a lot of these little sets, like a say a 3/8 or a 1/2 inch socket set. Like a lot of times it just ends up, for me at least, end up thrown back in the toolbox, right? But for a set of tools this small, I think it's good to have like an actual case like this. And if I got a few more and click them together, then you know, then I could put that in a bigger toolbox, right? That would be the plan. So, anyways, I was really curious to see whether this would work to remove bands, and it did. I don't know if it's advisable with the camera off. I'll try again on some other watches to see, you know, whether it's the right dimensions to remove pins. Okay, so I do not advise anybody to go out and buy this just for this little fork until you get a good confirmation on that. But I mean, just to have like a set like this would be really good. Oh, and the biggest thing too, I forgot to even say at the beginning, is that the screw down case back, right? You have 4 screws that hold down the case back on almost all G-Shocks. Even the brand new GMC B2100 has 4 screws holding down the case. So I think that this screw is really small. So this might be a double aught. I'm really sorry if this is going out of focus. Let me do this again, because you guys are going to want to know. Yeah, I was right. 00 Phillips head. It's tiny, all right? And so you can take off the back of the Mudman. You know, this is a solar charge watch. You may not have to worry about that. But some of these watches that I have do not have batteries that are supposed to last a long time. Well, this one's solar, but this GD010, all right, has a 10-year battery, all right? And so this one also has, well, the screw has a slot, so you can use a regular slotted screw or a Phillips head. And I think maybe this is a triple aught. It looks tiny. Yeah, I think it is. All right, so there you go. You get confirmation that you can change the battery on your G-Shocks, right? Let me find an example of a watch whose battery is not probably going to last a long time, which is the GA2100 BCE. So this is the it has this corridor band. I really love this watch. So diminutive. Fits under the sleeve, no problem. Look. In and out of the sleeve without a hitch. Oh wow, this is really dirty. All right. I'm so embarrassed for you guys to see me owning a filthy item. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm going to cover it up. Nobody should see a watch this dirty. Anyways, no solar charging, right? So eventually I'm going to have to remove the back, and it has the same screws as the GD010, right? So in a couple of years, so check back onto the channel in a couple of years. And, you know, Lord willing, I'll still have the set, and we'll try it out to replace this battery. All right, check back in 10 years to see me change a battery on the GD010. Where'd it go? I chucked it. Where'd it land? Here it is. And I'm interested in the GA010 because it's the analog like brother to this watch. But apparently, when you press this button, it starts a stopwatch from the home screen. Gentlemen, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father except through him. I'm Jim Kincaid. Thanks for watching.